So the big challenge with Lottie, yes, is getting her attention. She's very, very, very environmentally focused, yes. And the challenge has been, and the challenge will continue to be for a little while with her, yes, is getting her attention. Teaching her how to let go of her desire to watch the environment and focus on us, yes. Now I'm doing this a little bit differently the way I usually do, because when I do the usual exercise of just hold my hand out there, I don't get any attention at all. So what I'm just kind of doing here is she sees another dog, yes, and I'm going to reward her for seeing and not reacting. So what I'm doing with her is a little bit different. I'm just kind of talking, and every now and then my voice makes her, law of averages, she's going to look in my direction, and I'm just going to pay it whenever it happens, yes, and hope that it'll start to happen more often. Having been a street dog, she's probably learned from a very young age to be fairly independent, to look after herself. She hasn't been, yes, dependent a lot on people. She's probably learned to take care of herself. So she doesn't have that, that bond with people that dogs that are raised with people from puppies do, where they learn to be dependent on us for all good things. She knows how to get stuff and take care of herself. So we're not that, yes, for lack of a better way, valuable to her. So what we want to teach dogs is we want to raise our value in their eyes by letting them have access to all the good things they want, yes, but that access comes through us. So we got attention, I gave her a yes, but her itch was there. Her itch prevailed. So I'm working with her a little bit differently in that I'm just kind of letting her occasionally, by accident, throw some attention my way, and I'm taking it. You'll notice she's looking around. Of course, because I started taping, the dogs in the house have started barking. Murphy's Law. But other than that, I mean, there's really only birds around here. There's no traffic. There's no real movement going on. But she's air scenting and catching flies. And, good girl. And she can hear those dogs. So, at this point, I'm not even going to try walking with her because I know I won't have her attention. Right now, I really, really want to work on the foundation, and the foundation is I need that attention. I need that connection, and that's what you need with her also. You need that attention connection, it's the connection that means she's more attached to you than she is to everything that's out there. So, yes. So we're just trying to work very slowly with this. You can see, if you watch carefully, that she's air scenting. So she's finding everything very interesting, and she's very environmentally aware. And this probably comes from being a street dog because that's survival. Yeah, that nice little screaming in the background is a terrier. They make that lovely noise when he's frustrated because it's not his turn. And they make that lovely head stuck in a vice sound. Good girl, yes. So what I'm doing here, it looks like we're not doing much, but what we're really doing is just trying to build a connection, and by paying her anytime she looks in my direction, so that I'm as interesting to her as everything else out here. Yes, everything else is. And what I'm hoping is that with a few sessions like this, she'll start to pay attention to me more and more and more, and get less and less connected to the environment. Come on. And I'm going to call her attention every now and then because I want to get her, focused on me. Lottie. Yes. So what I want to make sure of is that every time there is a connection, that I pay it. Lottie. So here we have her just seeing another dog. He just went behind the car, and this is our border collie circling around, and she's actually looking at the cat there. That's all our show equipment at the side of the driveway there. We haven't unpacked yet. And you can see that she's being very good. She's watching Rudder, and she's watching Drifter the cat, and she's not reacting to Shep. Shep is the border collie. So we're getting some nice, relaxed, interested but relaxed body language here. She's wagging, and it's a happy wag. I'm not seeing any stress. She's not barking. So as you can see, yes, even inside, she's still pretty environmentally focused on this, yes, on the different sounds. But she is giving me attention more often than she used to. Usually we have to be here for a little while, and then she zones out, yes, zones out all that stuff and isn't listening to it anymore. But we just got here today, so she's still fairly like, ooh, trainings and things. So where I would normally, what you can do at home is show her the food, wait for her to look at it, and yes, feed her. What I'm doing here is I'm just allowing her to choose me, and then reward her when she does. What I suspect has happened with her in her past, good girl. What I suspect might have happened with her in her past is that food has been used as a lure to bring her into spaces and situations that are uncomfortable for her. You know, being a street dog, people might have lured her with food and then grabbed her. When they caught her, when the rescuer or whoever it was caught her originally, the same thing. You know, these street dogs, they learn to avoid people, but you lure them in with, yes, good girl, they lure them in with food, and then they grab them and something unpleasant happens. So, and a lot of times, people inadvertently do this when they're training dogs. You know, here's a scary situation. Here, I'm going to lure you into this scary situation using food. And what happens is we create a dog who is not food motivated because food has become a predictor of unpleasant things. So whenever you put your food in front of scary thing and try to lure the dog into scary thing, you're teaching the dog that the food predicts scary thing, and you create a dog that's not food motivated because I don't want that food, because that food means bad things happen to me. What you want to do, good girl, and what I was trying to do here with her is you wait for her to see something and then you pervert, you do good girl. So that now scary thing predicts good thing instead of good thing predicts scary thing. I hope that makes sense. So in a situation where, and of course the big thing you want to do is you never want to actually put them into scary thing. You want to be lingering outside the bubble of the scary thing. Look over here, over there something's weird happening, but good things happen to you when that's in sight. So that's what we're trying to teach the dog. You know, oh, look at that dog 50 feet away. Here's some food for you. So the dog then starts to think, it's this Pavlov thing. You know, you just have to think of what is your bell, right? Pavlov is always on your shoulder. And we make a lot of mistakes because we forget that. So always think Pavlov. What is your bell? So if she's getting overexcited when she sees other dogs, what we want to do is, as soon as there's another dog over there, whether you think she sees it or not, she probably does. So when there's a dog far enough away that you are aware of it, that is your bell. Ring bell, feed dog. Ring bell, feed dog. So she sees a dog, she sits and gets food. And then what happens with repetition is the sight of another dog becomes a cue that says, sit and get food. Your dog is your bell. So always think Pavlov. The dog is your bell. In the situation where people make the mistake of luring dogs into this scary situation with the food, what happens then is the food becomes the bell that says, nah, something nice is not going to happen here, so I don't like this anymore. So you've always got to be very aware of what things are predicting things for dogs. Dogs are very good at chain of events. They know this predicts that, and then they figure out that what came before this that predicts that. So let's say we have a dog now that thinks that food is a predictor of scary things. Now they learn, oh, good Lord, when my leash goes on, I'm going to be taken out to the place where the food comes and the scary things happen. Then they learn, when you put your shoes on, the leash comes, the food comes, the scary thing happens. So now we can back chain to a dog that eventually doesn't even want to go outside. And I have seen those dogs because all of these things become predictors of end. So we have to change the chain of events so that the chain of events always become predictors of good things. I mean, Lottie is a really, really well-adjusted dog. She's just a little bit more environmentally focused than we like. So now that we've been sitting here for a little bit, I'm gonna just get some more food and I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit more attention from her. Right, Lottie? She's such a good girl, right? I know. Let's see what we can do. Yes. Okay, so she had, you can see she's got the hang of it. She just needed to settle in. Yes. Good girl. Yes. Good girl. Yes. Good girl. Yes. Good girl. She's got it. Good girl. Yes. Good. Very good girl. Body touch. Yes. Good girl. Body touch. Yes. Good girl. Body touch. Yes. Good girl. Yay. Good girl, Lottie. Good girl. Lottie, touch. Yes. Oh. Yes. So what I'm doing with her, because she doesn't have like super duper attention, she likes to be out there. I mean, for a pet dog, it doesn't matter if she's not looking at you the whole time she's walking. You just don't want to be dragged down the street. So I'm letting Lottie go. Here, Lottie, come. Touch. Yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. Good girl. So I'm just letting her walk nicely. If the leash goes tight, I stop. Yes, she looked at me, so I said, yes, I'm going to bring her into me. Good girl. All you really care about for a pet dog is that she's not dragging you. Lottie, come. Yes, good girl.